Love me. wait for you. Give me a reason why you broke my heart in two. Maybe you're lying, there's no denying my love for you is true. Cause you belong to me, and I belong to you. Cause I would do anything for you, as long as you say your heart is true. And there's no other just like you that could love me true. Cause I would do anything for you, as long as you say your heart is true. And there's no other just like you that could love me true. Visions of you on my mind makes it hard to say goodbye. Don't say you'll go away. Tell me that you'll stay. Maybe you're lying, there's no denying my love for you is true. Cause you belong to me, and I belong to you. Cause I would do anything for you, as long as you say your heart is true. And there's no other just like you that could love me true. Cause I would do anything for you, as long as you say your heart is true. And there's no other just like you that could love me true. Now it's over. I was the one who tried, but I was the one to lose. Haunted by reflections of a fool. I gave you all of me, but wasn't enough for you. They say give love a chance if you say baby, I'm telling you, like my mother told me, love's not a game you lose. But I love the one I love, so what am I gonna do? Now that it's over, I still need something. Cause you weren't feeling love like I wasn't feeling love. And now it's just too late for you. You promised me everything, but everything's on the line. I can't lose myself crying over you. No, 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 no. Cause baby I'm over you. We had a happy home, but now that I'm on my own, regrets creeping like a catacomb. Buried by all your lies, I couldn't tell the truth. I was falling out of love with you. Baby, I'm telling you, like my mother told me, love's not a game you lose. But I love the one I love, so what am I gonna do? Now that it's over, cause you weren't feeling love like I wasn't feeling love. And now it's just too late for you. You promised me everything, but everything's on the line. I can't lose myself crying over you. Cause you weren't feeling love, no, 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 no. And now it's just too late for you. You promised me everything, but everything's on the line. I can't lose myself crying over you. Over love, I'm good without you. Love's not a reason. Over love, I'm better without you. Love's not a reason. I told you to stop playing games. Now it's over. Over love. Do you feel this way when I walked away out of your life? And you know how hard I tried to be true to you all the time. I'm confused and torn apart. Had your way and broke my heart. Now I know it's okay, 'cause I'm not crying over you. In all my dreams I see you. In all my dreams I needed you. In all my dreams I've left
twisted and shattered my dreams. These love games hurt much more than they seem. I'll get on with my life and take it day by day. You taught me well, now I know how to play. So go on with your love games, but don't include me. You're out of my life and now at last I'm free. Mama told me that I was a fool to fall in love with someone like you. Why'd you have to do it
sa βράδια καλοκαίρι. Γλιστράω στα κρυφά για να σε δω. Μου κρύβεις τα κλειδιά μου και τα ψάχνω. Φοβάσαι μήπως φύγω και χαθώ. Μαζί το καλοκαίρι ο έρωτας μας βρήκε. Μια θάλασσα αγάπης μες στην καρδιά μας μπήκε. Μαζί το καλοκαίρι που ξέρω κατά βάθος πως θα είναι για τους δυο μας το πιο
to